Alright, hey everyone, Noah Walker here, back with my video series Accumulated Knowledge for Team Cardhoarder. Today I'm still playing Grixis Delver, and I'm going to be playing some matches against lands. And before we get into the matches, I just wanted to go over my list again really quickly. So we've got your creatures, 14, pretty standard, 4 Delvers, the namesake card of the deck, 4 Deathrite Shaman, basically the second most important card after Delver, sometimes even more important in some matchups. I've got the 3 Young Pyromancers and the Vendilion Click. Some lists play 4 Young Pyromancers. I prefer the Click. It's great. It's been great for me. And 2 Gurmag Anglers. Got your 12 cantrips, 4 Ponders, 4 Probes, 4 Brainstorms. Pretty standard. Got 8 pieces of counter magic, 4 Force of Will, 4 Days. Got your removal spells, 4 Lightning Bolt, and then in my 4-ish flex slots, I play 2 Cabal Therapies, a Dismember, and a Spell Pierce. Dismember just has an extra removal spell for, kill stuff on turn 1. Also, you can pay black for it later if you're getting low on life. That generally doesn't happen as much. It's just a 1-mana removal spell, just like Bolt, but it also kills stuff like Tarmogoyf and Big Eldrazi, stuff like that. Cabal Therapy, really good against the combo decks. Same with the Spell Pierce, can get them off track. Therapy also having great synergies with the Probes, the Pyromancers, and the Click. So that's pretty much the main deck. You got your lands, 8 fetches that are blue. Doesn't really matter which ones you play. It can matter sometimes for Pithing Needle, so I'd say you'd want a split of them, but you just want 8 blue fetches. Yeah, your 6 lands, 3 Volk, 2 Sea, 1 Trop. Some lists differ on that a little. Like you can play 3 Sea, 2 Volk, 1 Trop if you want to try out the 4 Gurmag Angler version that's been doing pretty well recently. I think Ben Friedman won a classic with it. It was Dylan Donegan and his friend made the deck. I think that version is pretty good. I really love Young Pyromancer, so I don't know if I'd go full out and play 4 Gurmags, 0 Pyromancers. But I think that maybe in the next Legacy event that I play in, I might try something like add a 3rd Gurmag over Vendilion Click, shave a Probe, and move the therapies back to the sideboard, and then play like 2 main deck Thought Scours and then an extra removal spell or something like that, which is pretty close to the list they were playing, but slightly different. And back on track with the lands. The last one, probably the most important land in the deck, is 4 Wasteland. You just want to, this is probably one of the best cards in Legacy, so definitely want 4 of this card. Alright, that's pretty much the main deck. Gonna move on over to the sideboard a little. We have got 2 Surgical Extractions for lands, Dredge, Reanimator, anything graveyard based. Some people bring it in like the Delver Mirrors, because you can wasteland their Volcanic Island or their Underground Sea, then surgical it, and they don't have any more access to that land, which is like, a thing you can do, I suppose. I don't love it that much. I'd rather just play good cards in my deck, but you can certainly get them sometimes by doing that. You've got 2 Pyroblasts, really good against all the combo decks for the most part. Really good against Miracles, really good against the Mirror. You've got 2 Baleful Strix. I love this card. It replaces itself. It trades for a Delver. It trades for something big like Reality Smasher or Thought-Knot Seer. It's great card. One of my favorite. Let's see what else we've got. We've got an extra Cabal Therapy. I could definitely see why you'd want 4 in some matchups. It's really good against all of the combo decks and stuff like that. So I definitely don't blame you if you play 2 in your sideboard or like the full 4 and don't main deck any. It's a fantastic card. But I just try to hedge against a lot of the more fair decks because I feel like combo isn't that horrible of a matchup. But I could definitely see moving up to more Cabal Therapies. I've got a Dark Blast for stuff like the Mirror and, Elves, Death and Taxes. Got a Painful Truce for all the matchups where you try to go late. It's really good because it costs 3, so you can get around Counterbalance Lock most of the time with it. And it's really good in the Mirror because there's no cards that give you too many extra cards, but Painful Truce does, so this is a great one. I've been trying out Sulfuric Vortex recently. I played it like a couple years ago, and it was really good. And I ended up cutting it just for more like efficient 1-cost stuff. But I've been trying it out again, and it's super powerful. It's one of the best cards against miracles, and also really good against lands. If you can get it down on like turn 2 off of a Deathrite Shaman, or even later in the game, it'll just cement your advantage, and it's a super powerful card. Get the one Ancient Grudge in the board. Ancient Grudge is like definitely less good in Legacy than it is in like Modern or whatever, but I think it's still really powerful in Legacy. You can hit Chalice of the Void on 1, which is one of the hardest cards for the deck to deal with. You can hit Umezawa's Jitte, Batterskull, stuff like that. So it's pretty flexible and just really good. Got one Forked Bolt to go along with the Dark Blast for the fair matchups, but it can also go face sometimes if you need it to. Then we've got our signature, I guess, more or less artifacts. The one Pithing Needle, one Winter Orb, one Engineered Explosives. The EE is just really flexible, good in a lot of matchups. Never, insane. I feel like it's never like a 10 out of 10 card, but it's always like a solid 7, I bring it in a lot, and it's useful in a lot of matchups. Good against the Mirror, you can hit Deathrite and Delver if you don't have yours in play. You can kill all of the Pyromancer tokens. It has a lot of applications, so I've really been liking the Engineered Explosives. Got one Pithing Needle, which I could definitely see making the Winter Orb a second Pithing Needle, but Winter Orb is so powerful against all of these Miracle decks that I've been really, really liking it. Even though it's less good against lands, and it's it's not quite the card that Pithing Needle is all the time. If you can resolve it against Miracles, which I think is one of the closer matchups, then you'll just win for the most part. They tap out for something like a Jace, you resolve a Winter Orb. They can't use their top every turn if they want to keep drawing regularly. It just sets you up to be super far ahead. But yeah, Pithing Needle is for lands, it's for hitting Sensei's Divining Top. You can name Jace or something with it if you're losing to a Jace. It's just super versatile. Has a lot of applications. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's get into some games.